The member for Mornington.
Thank you, Speaker. I rise today to speak on the government business program, joining my colleague, the member for Brighton, my other colleague, the member for Mildura, and others who have spoken on this. Firstly, the Coalition, for the reasons outlined by my colleagues, will be opposing the government business program. We have a number of bills that are coming up this week, and indeed a long set of debates going on this week as well. We do have the State Taxation Bill, the Transport Legislation Amendment Bill, the Consumer Legislation Amendment Bill, and also we are debating this week the Voluntary Assist in Dying Bill. We are looking, of course, to run potentially to 10 p.m. or perhaps later tonight, and potentially running that debate tomorrow as well, in what is a very important issue as to if, when and how voluntary assisted dying should occur or shouldn't occur, and there will be many MPs on both sides and in all sides of this chamber, and also in the other chamber when they get to debate it as well, who will have various opinions and very strong opinions on this issue. And of course, there will be a number of free votes on this issue as well, and amendments that I'm sure many colleagues will be pushing up. I want to go further into this state taxation bill as well, which effectively is adding a congestion tax here in Victoria. We have a government that has introduced 62 new or increased taxes and are only adding more. We have a 100% increase in the state government portion of pet registration fees, and there are so many Victorians, I believe more than 1 million households in Victoria that own pets, who will be facing increased charges because of this. We'll also have a 73% increase in the congestion levy. Going further into this as well, there are a number of flaws and concerns about the state taxation bill. The congestion levy hike, Speaker, is basically a blatant cash grab, not a congestion measure, and Treasury admitted that no modelling has been done since 2016. It will see 85 to 90 million in new annual revenue, but with no evidence it will actually reduce congestion or emissions. And costs will be passed directly to consumers who are already struggling, and industry says $13 a day per car space, not the government's claimed $3.50 a day. Now, going into the Transport Legislation Amendment Bill, and I was pleased this week to have been announced as the new Shadow Assistant Minister for Public Transport, assisting my colleague, the member for Nepean, in this new role, and I look forward to contributing in that role. And doing what I can to increase access to public transport in Victoria, as well as more frequent public transport, more speeds, more access, particularly for regional Victoria as well. Now, like a train in Mildura or a train in Mornington or many other places that don't have public transport altogether. Now, this Transport Legislation Amendment Bill, while it's been framed as a safety measure, this bill in effect establishes a broad surveillance regime with minimal safeguards, granting sweeping and disturbing discretion to the regulator and booking service providers. A number of other issues, it is a major and massive privacy overreach. Recordings will, for example, capture private, privileged and sensitive conversations without consent. And there will be no requirement for passenger notice or consent, leaving travellers unaware that they are being recorded. Now, on the Consumer Legislation Amendment, of course, there are a number of concerns with that as well. We have the portable bond scheme, which is underwritten by the Victorian government, exposing taxpayers to financial risk for unpaid or disputed bonds with no published cost estimate. The fuel price scheme adds daily reporting obligations and heavy red tape for small family-run fuel retailers. And the claimed $330 a year savings per household are unrealistic and based on flawed modelling, assuming consumers buy at the market low each day. Overall, Speaker, we have a government business program which is a week heavy on overreach, regulation and new costs, and light on transparency and accountability. With the Transport Bill, we have privacy overreach and surveillance without consent. The Consumer Bill introducing new red tape, and we have the Tax Bill adding more taxes.